Hello, I want to share with you my memory tree. This is its 7th year, and let me tell you a little bit about it and what it is. A memory tree is something that you put the names of your deceased loved ones and friends on. Now, it could be a tree or a wreath or garland, anything that you can put names on, you can use. The decision is up to you what you use. Like I said, about 7 years ago, after I lost my stepfather, and years before that I lost my both grandmas and grandpas and my brother and my best friend, Christmas just was not the same for me. It was depressing because all of my friends and family were gone that live here in the San Diego, El Cajon area. So one night, it was right before Thanksgiving, I was watching the Hallmark Channel, and they had their Christmas movies on. And I thought, why can't it be for me like it is for them on TV? With the family and the friends around and the music and the happiness. I really miss that, I thought to myself. I miss that. All of a sudden, I heard, "You miss it?" And I said, "Yes, I miss it." Now let me explain. I have spirit guides. And they're the ones that were talking to me. And I said, yes, I do miss how I felt when I was a child, young teenager, and even young adult. That Christmassy, warm type, fuzzy feeling that you get, especially this time of the year. And they said, well, gather up the names of your deceased loved ones and friends and put them on something. And I said, what should I put it on? Or put them on? And they said, doesn't matter to us, pick something. And I said, well, how about a Christmas tree? It's Christmas time, a tree would be perfect. They said, okay. And so I was so excited, I started writing down names. And I thought, I should probably go down to the office with my mother in the next couple of days and have these names written down then where I can spell them correctly. And so the next couple of days I went down to my mom's, where she works, and started writing down names and researching with her and finding out all the names of my deceased relatives that I knew. And of course, my friends. And I got them all on a list on a pad of paper. And then I started searching for a tree. Well, couldn't find a tree. It either had no lights, or the lights flashed, or it was fiber optic and the lights were not bright like I wanted them to be. And so about a week before Christmas, the same spirit guides said, how's it going? And I said, well, it's going fine, but I have no tree. And they said, well, what about that one in the corner, which was at the time this one? And I said, well, I can't use this tree. It's my daughter's tree. It's what I put her presents underneath. And they're like, oh, okay. And so it came to the day before Christmas Eve. And I went over to the tree and I apologized. I said, I'm so sorry. I don't have a tree to put these names on. I only have the tags. filled out to put the names on. I had nothing. All I had was the list of names. Now the tags I use are the tags that you would see like over at Walmart. They're usually glittery and they are the shapes of either reindeer or like little Christmas bells or the ornaments. Those are the ones I use, and they're usually made out of paper. And then I write the names on the back. So I started going through my list of names, and I say something nice about each person, or a fond memory of each person. So I did that, and so it became Christmas Eve. I was in the kitchen, and all of a sudden, I could smell my grandmother's chicken soup. And the house had this warm feeling of family and friends. I was not alone. I couldn't see anybody, but I was literally not alone. And it felt so wonderful. They all came to see me for Christmas. Everybody. I just about cried. When I talk about this, it does bring tears to my eyes. So I'm going to share with you the tradition of going through each name and saying something nice about the person or a fond memory about the person. It may take me a few seconds to think of something, so I might have a little bit of a delay between each name. So here we go. Grandpa Bill. I remember Grandpa that we would wait for Grandma outside of the grocery store when she said she was only going in for one or two things, and she'd come out with you'd say, watch, she's going to come out with a cart full of stuff. And sure enough, she did. But while we waited for her, you'd share with me either your peanuts or some chips, something that Grandma didn't want you to have, and you'd always tell me, now this is between you and me, Danelle. Don't tell Grandma. And also, I remember when I used to sit in your big chair that sat in front of the TV set every morning, and you'd put on my shoes and you'd tell me, go out today and be a smart cookie, be my smart cookie. And it just brings a smile to my face, Grandpa, when I think about that. Merry Christmas, Grandpa Bill. Grandma Betty, I remember your chicken soup. It was so delicious, and every time we would come over to see you, you would bring your chicken soup. And I also remember, too, that we cooked oatmeal cookies together. That was so much fun to spend that quality time with you, Grandma. I miss you and love you. Merry Christmas. Grandpa Lee. I remember Grandpa Lee when you took me to Grandma Francis's house, and you used to make me so nervous. That night I was just as nervous, and I was sitting on the edge of the seat, so if you opened the passenger door, I probably would have fallen out. But you stopped at the Oxbow Inn, Grandpa, and we went and had dinner and talked, and the Oxbow Inn is one of those places that if you wear a tie, they cut off your tie and put it on the wall. And they had these glasses, had the Oxbow Inn name on it. And I actually thought and said to you, Grandpa, would it be nice if I could have one of these glasses to remember this night by? Well, you took me out to the truck and you told me to stay right there and you'd be right back. And then you came back and you told me, well, Danelle, I tried to go and get you one of those glasses, but they wouldn't give it to me. They wouldn't even sell it to me. And I said, that's okay, Grandpa, because I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life. Merry Christmas, Grandpa, and I miss you and love you. Grandma Frances, I remember spending the night at your house and you cooking me hamburger patties with cheese on top and cottage cheese on the side. That was so much fun spending time with you, and you'd always share your boxes of chocolates with me and ask me, which one do I want? And I could have more than one. And you go out in the backyard and pick avocados. It was so much fun, Grandma Frances. I miss you and wish you a Merry Christmas. Uncle Bill. I remember Uncle Bill. The only one time that I do remember is going to your house for Christmas and you just being so nice to me and how beautiful your house was. And another memory that does come to my mind is your furniture store used to always let me go and play there. Never yelling at me. He'd always let me run through the store and be a little girl. I thank you, Graham. I thank you, Uncle Bill. Merry Christmas. Guy. What can I say, Guy? You made me always feel safe when you're around. I remember one time I was so scared because Mom and Danny were arguing, and I was walking to Hummel because we lived up in Lawson's Valley, and so I was gonna walk down the hill to Hummel, and you met me at the top of Lawson's Valley Road, or actually, yeah, Lawson's Valley Road, and actually no, it was Montiel Truck Trail. That's right, Montiel Truck Trail, and he asked me what was wrong, and I said they're arguing and fighting, and it's scaring me. And you told me to stay right there. And you went and you yelled at them and told them to stop arguing in front of me. Stop it. And you came and got me and told me it was all going to be okay, and as long as you were around, everything was going to be fine. You made me feel safe, Guy. And I thank you. And I do miss you so much, and I wish you a Merry Christmas. My friend Carrie, I miss our long phone calls. I miss going to see you and you asking me, what did you have for dinner? Or what are you going to get for Christmas? Or talking to me about the Backstreet Boys or something you were going to buy at Walmart or, gosh, anything else. I miss our talks, Carrie, and I miss you. Merry Christmas. My brother Danny. What can I say, big brother? I miss you. I remember one time I was so worried about, I can't remember, it was years ago, and you sang that song to me, Don't Worry, Be Happy. And you sang the song from the beginning to the end until I wasn't worried about whatever I was worried about anymore. I miss you, Danny, and I wish you a Merry Christmas. My friend Mark. I remember, Mark, you were more of a brother to me than just a friend. We used to argue and fight like brother and sister. You used to come over and watch TV with me when Mom and Guy were either at the back of the ranch or over some at a friend's house or something like that. You were a really good friend and a brother, good brother as well. Merry Christmas. Ben, I remember you used to go over to where you used to work at gosh, I'm trying to think now in my mind. Let's see it. Cowboy Bill's, yes. And how you held onto a saddle for me and let me make payments on it until it was all paid off. You were really a very nice person, Ben. And I miss you, and I wish you a Merry Christmas. Aunt Alonda. I remember you taught me how to tie my shoe. I did not know how to tie shoes until you taught me how to tie my shoes. I remember you were so patient with me, and if I couldn't get it, you'd blame the shoe. You wouldn't blame me, you would blame the shoe. You always told me, blame the shoe, yell at the shoe, but you're gonna learn how to tie that shoe. I remember that. I miss you, Aunt Londa, and wish you a Merry Christmas. Aunt Joe. The one time I did meet you was at your rest home. You were so gracious and nice. I wasn't feeling very good. I had some sort of a little virus, and you were more worried about me than you were about yourself. You actually wanted me to go lay down in your bed, and you take care of me and everything like that. And I thank you so much, and you are such a wonderful woman. Merry Christmas, Aunt Joe. Pastor Walter, you made me feel so comfortable at your church. You made me feel like family. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Helen, you also made me feel welcome there. You used to bring me sometimes cookies and used to make me feel like family. Merry Christmas. Mrs. Biddle, I remember I used to go over to your house and ride my horse over there, and we would have lemonade and sandwiches on the front porch, or you'd show me how to make necklaces with beads and rattlesnake vertebrae. And you'd show me the rattlesnake you killed and how you stretched its skin out on a board and you were going to make a hat band out of it. You were so nice to me. I miss you and I wish you a Merry Christmas. My friend, Tim. I know, Tim, that we were not around each other for a very long time. But I do remember one time in elementary school that you would always make me feel like you were my good friend. I remember one time that Tina was in the auditorium in the back. She was showing, let's just say she was showing boys her body, her upper body, and how the boys were in line, except you were going to get in line, but you saw how upset it made me, and you, as far as I know, you didn't get back in line. And I wish you a Merry Christmas. Chris Turo. Chris Turo. I remember you used to come over here, Chris, to see Ariel, and you play guitar. It was so nice to have you play the guitar. You did such a good job, and your singing was absolutely wonderful. You sang so well. And we used to talk about things. And you're one of Ariel's few friends that she had that would actually talk to me. Everybody else was so busy in their life. But I want to thank you so much, Chris. And I want to also thank you for being like a brother to my Ariel. I know that she misses you so. And she also wishes you a Merry Christmas. Sarah, I was working at PWI and you came up to me and befriended me and was so nice to me. Thank you so much, Sarah. I wish you a Merry Christmas. Karen, you did the same. You came up to me and started talking with me. You called me on the phone. It wouldn't be a long conversation, but it would be a nice conversation. And you always made me feel like you were one of my good friends. Merry Christmas. Okay. Janetta Ivy. I remember, Janetta, your pies. They're so delicious. Homemade pies. You were such a sweet woman. You always made me feel comfortable in your home. And always so gracious. Merry Christmas. Verna. I remember, that's Verna, Guy's mom. I remember you used to make these beautiful mobile with Christmas cards. And they were so neat. You did work so hard on them, and you made me feel like I was like your real granddaughter. It made me feel special. Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas. Phil Lowbread. Phil, you are always the nicest to me. You made me feel comfortable down there at the office. You talk to me. You are an amazing man, Phil. I wish you a Merry Christmas. Let's see. Who? Hazel Drake. Hazel, I won't be wishing you a Merry Christmas because I know that you're a Jehovah's Witness. But I did want to tell you that I really appreciated you making me feel so welcome at the Kingdom Hall. You treated me like I was your own granddaughter. It was wonderful to see you on Thursday nights and on Sunday mornings, your smiling face, and you told me that in the new system of things, that you and I were going to dance, and we're going to take our instruments of like your walker and your cane and my scooter, and we're going to throw them over the side and we're going to dance down the street. I'm going to hold you to that, Hazel, because when I see you, that's exactly what we're going to do. Your grandson used to tell me that, oh, she's tough. She's hard sometimes to get along with. But you always treated me very kindly. I'm not going to wish you a Merry Christmas, but I will wish you a Happy December. Rob Ivy. Rob, you always made me feel very welcome in your home. I remember one time when I went over there with Mom and Guy. All the dogs were at the front door. You pulled them back and made a very big walkway for me to come in, and you let me sit in your favorite chair, and you played the guitar. You played the guitar so well, and you sang. I remember that. I almost fell asleep listening to you play the guitar and sing. You always treated me very well. I miss you so much, Rob. Merry Christmas. Now, after I say the names, what I also do is I'll either give something to Goodwill, or I'll go and do something nice in the memory of each person on this list. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed bringing this to you. This is very special to me. Please give me a like and hit subscribe. And I want to wish you all on my tree a Merry Christmas. And I want to wish all the people on YouTube a Merry Christmas as well. Bye.